Hi friends, welcome to the Ekalavya Universities. I am Ravindra K. I know that all of you or most of you are software career aspirants. In order to realize your dream, you spend lot of money, lot of time, etc. and all that. But unfortunately, some of you can succeed and many of you can't realize your dream. In order to address this issue in the most effective manner, I have developed a universal solution. And for that purpose, I have developed a universal system named Ekalavya Universities. Ekalavya Universities, one system, all of IT career. This is the outcome of my 20 years of research and development. Through this system, just 100 days of your endeavor, just 100 days of your study, regardless of your programming background, evolves you as a self-made industry-ready programmer. Underline that, self-made industry-ready programmer. Industry-ready programmer means which knowledge and which skills software industry is expecting from a fresher recruit. All that you can acquire just with 100 days of endeavor, and I am going to explain the complete roadmap through this video, and I request you just a matter of 15 to 20 minutes of this video, watch up to the end. Then you can have 100% clarity over that. Thereafter you decide whether to pursue this system or not. Before entering into the world of programming studies, many students get a lot of doubts. Mainly the new students get a lot of doubts. Those doubts should be clarified first. Otherwise, a lot of chaos is created. I feel that is my responsibility to clarify such doubts and share certain facts with you. The first one is there are tens of programming languages in the programming world. Which language we have to choose? For example, the C, C++, C#, Java, Python, R, Go, Shift, JavaScript, etc. Tens of languages are there. Which language we have to choose for the betterment or prosperity? That is the doubt. Actually, here I am explaining about the master plan to master C. Actually, many college goers feel that C is an outdated language. That is not true. Actually, C is the most fundamental and evergreen language in the world. As long as software is there on the earth, C language exists. No doubt about that. Actually, C was released in 1972. Even though it is a strong language today, and world most universities introduce C as their first programming language. And one more thing I have to tell you, if you start your journey of learning programming with the C language, you can have a strong foundation comparatively with the other languages. If you see other language like Python is easy to learn, but if you start your journey with the C language, you can lay such a strong foundation. Thereafter, any programming language you learn, that will be easier. Because the origin is C. That's why C, C++, C#, like that, even Java. All these languages based on the origin is C. That's why if you want a strong foundation, you start your programming study as a first language, the C language. That point you have to understand. Now, here I have to share certain facts with you. The first one is Mission Ekalavya trusts and propagates two facts. The first one is learning programming is the easiest among all application-oriented studies. What are the application-oriented studies? You know the branches in engineering studies like civil, mechanical, electrical, electronics, automobile, aeronautics, etc. and all the tens of branches are there. All these are application-oriented studies. But in order to study any of these technologies and all that, the essential prerequisite is you should have a big lab. For that, lakhs of millions of rupees you have to spend. An individual cannot afford for that. And those are not meant for self-study. It is not possible to study them on your own. As far as programming studies are concerned, this is also one of the application-oriented studies, even though it is the best candidate for self-study. For this purpose, a small lab is required. That means you have to purchase a computer. Computer means you need not spend lakhs of rupees. If you are not in a position to afford a second-hand computer of dual core or core 2 duo, you can get for just 5,000 rupees. That is enough for entire your study until you settle in your profession. So first, trust that learning programming is easiest among all application oriented studies. The second one is securing a software job is the easiest among all other professional jobs. You know, many professional jobs like doctor, lawyer, chartered accountant, cost accountant, architect, etc. and all that. In order to evolve as such a professional, you have to spend lakhs of rupees and spend minimum 4 to 5 years of time. Even you may take 10 years of time also until you settle. As far as software job is concerned, according to my system, just 100 days of endeavor is enough. Then you will be evolved as a self-made industry-ready programmer for your first software job. No doubt about that. You need not believe my words blindly. For that purpose, simple 5-hour challenge I am giving it to you. For entire world, 5-hour challenge. This type of challenge you cannot find anywhere in the world, just regardless of your programming background. I don't bother about your programming background. Just accept this 5 hours programming challenge. I provide you a module of 5 hours. It is divided into 1 hour training sessions. 1 hour training sessions, and every day you take up one training session of 1 hour, and whatever concepts are there you watch, thereafter work out the program. At the end of the 5th day, you can perform minimum 5 projects like a professional, not like a college goer, like a professional. That means you think like a professional and work like a professional. Just 5 hours, not a big period. For that I am providing you freely. You need not spend any money for this purpose. Then after 5 hours of your study, then if you are able to develop 5 projects and all that, think of next step. Otherwise just ignore that. Once again, I am asserting the importance of this 5 hours programming challenge. If you accept this 5 hours programming challenge and finish it, you can derive a number of benefits. The first one is you can understand what is real programming that you cannot know by any means. And one more thing I am telling you, nobody can offer this type of challenge anywhere in the world of programming studies. That I can proudly announce. And at the end of that, you can develop 5 C projects on your own. You think like a professional and work like a professional. What is the professionalism in programming you can learn on your own. These are not like procedures adopted by a college student. College student behaves in one fashion. Professional programming professionals behave in another fashion. So if you accept this 5 hours programming challenge, you can understand how professional programmers think and how professional programmers work practically on your own. Now, in order to evolve you as an industry-ready, self-made industry-ready programmer, you must acquire 3 capabilities. The first capability is subject-oriented communication skills. Many people talk about communication skills. Communication skills means most of you think of speaking in English. Speaking in English is very essential, no doubt about that. But without having subject, what you do? Suppose you do not know C. Somebody asks you what is function-oriented programming. Then how can you explain in English? English is a media, that medium that you have to understand. So here I am focusing on subject-oriented communication skills. How you can acquire that? Now I am providing you video lectures concept-wise. By watching these videos, you can watch it number of times because videos are with you. Then you can acquire subject-oriented communication skills. That is very, very important skill. If you are able to communicate subject with others, you will evolve as a leader. That point you have to understand. The second one is programming skills. Programming skills means project development skills. Many people advertise about coding skills. Actually, coding skills are part of the programming skills. Actually, in programming, there are 5 steps. coding comes in the fourth step. That's why in order to grab money, they are advertising as coding skills. Actually, you have to acquire programming skills. Programming skills, in order to acquire programming skills, you have to implement 5 steps. Coding skills is one of that. Coding skills are very important, no doubt about that. But that is the fourth part. That's why you have to understand realities. You have to acquire programming skills. That only, because of your programming skills only, your future employer gets some services from you, for that he is paying. Third one is international certifications. International standards and certifications. No students, no college goer knows about international standards and certification. Actually, those are tough, no doubt about that. Those are not like university examinations and all that. That's why we are introducing part of that. Actually, through our learning management system, we are providing you whatever you require. That means we are providing study material and concept-wise video lectures and program explanation, and chapter-wise online tests we are providing. All those tests have been developed using international standards. What are the international standards and all that? Nobody can explain. Practically, you write and you have to understand what are the international standards. In all our practice tests, online tests, we incorporated international standards. By the chapter wise, you need not wait up to the completion of the entire language. Chapter wise, you write tests, and pass percentage is 60%, but don't satisfy with that, and you try for 90% and 100% also. On n number of times you can write. By that, if you acquire the 3 skills, once again, subject oriented communication skills, programming skills, and international standards and certifications. If you acquire these 3 capabilities, you will be number 1 in job competition, and you will be in a position to choose your job, software job. Choose your job. It is not at the mercy of anybody, and because of your uniqueness, your outstanding character qualities, you will be in a position to choose your first software job. No doubt about that. As I told you already, our prime objective is to evolve as a self-made industry-ready programmer. In order to become a self-made industry-ready programmer, 3 essential prerequisites are there. Those are 3 C's: computer, commitment, and common sense. Regarding these 3 features, I explained in a separate video, that is roadmap to evolve as a self-made industry-ready programmer. After completion of that, we are providing a link, and please watch that lecture. By that, you are totally enlightened. You will get ready what to do, not to do, and all that you can clearly understand. The second step is, by accepting our 5 hours of programming challenge, you can understand whether you are compatible with the programming studies or not. That is very important. If you are not compatible with the programming studies, you have to think twice to go ahead. So you decide yourself. By accepting that 5 hours programming challenge and succeed, 100% you will be compatible with the programming studies, and you can take a decision. Now, one more essential feature is study plan. Without having study plan, regardless of greatness of your system, strategies and all that, you never excel. That's why you must have a practicable and a realistic study plan. I am providing you a simplistic and universal study plan. Actually, entire C language is divided into 15 core chapters. 15 chapters. Okay. Now, already I told you 100 days. 100 days means you take it as approximately 15 weeks. Here, this plan is very, very simple. Anybody can adapt. If they cannot adapt this plan and all that, they can forget about programming studies. Here, this is a weekly plan. Weekly, you have to take up only 1 chapter. For the chapter, we are providing you everything. Everything means we are providing you study notes. We are providing you concept-wise video lectures. We are providing you online tests. We are providing you projects and project explanation and updates. Everything what you need to evolve as a industry-ready programmer. So, weekly 1 chapter you have to prepare. Thereafter, The corresponding online test is provided to you. Those tests are not like your college exam and all that. Those are developed according to the international standards. What are international standards and all that I cannot explain. Practically you have to see that. And one online test on the chapter whatever you covered, thereafter one project. Actually, I am introducing web series to you. Already in our 5 hours programming challenge, you followed the same web series. Through that web series technology, totally innovative, which is my brainchild, which is totally new to the world of programming studies, I am providing the project zone through web series. So, through this, one project per week, comfortably you can do that. For that complete explanation I am going to give you, you can perform 100 plus lines of project like a professional from the week 1. That point you have to understand. The simple goal, 15 weeks, weekly one chapter, one online test, one project to complete. At the end of the 15th week, you will be evaluated as self-made industry-ready programmer, and you will be outstanding. In job market, nobody will compete with you because other people, your competing peers, never prepared in this manner. That point you have to understand. Definitely you will be edge over others. That's why you will be in a position to choose your job. It is not at the mercy of anybody. You must remember one thing. Software industry is a dire need of right candidates like you. That point you have to understand. You will be evaluated as exactly as per the expectations of the software industry. No doubt about that. Finally, in order to empower you to achieve your task successfully, I am giving a great tip. That's simply a new Monday, a new week, and a new goal. What is this I explain? Actually, whenever you take up a task, this thing, already I told you, 15 chapters, weekly one chapter, one online test, one project. You start it on a Monday and Monday to Sunday, 1 week. You have to focus on that. And every Friday, in the night, you review that. How much progress you achieved. Let us say you achieved 70% progress in the weekly task. So remaining 30% you complete it on Saturday and Sunday. Suppose you achieved only 50%. Remaining 50% on weekend you complete. On Monday no due will be there. In that way you must maintain self-discipline. If you don't have self-discipline and all that, you never achieve this type of task. Always remember that a new Monday, a new week, and a new goal. Like this you follow, just a 15 weeks. It's not a big period. For that purpose you need not spend thousands of rupees and all that. Your self-discipline, as I told you already, 3 C's, computer, commitment, and common sense are very much required. After that, immediately after that, if you believe my statements and all that, please watch one more video, Roadmap to Evolve as a self-made industry-ready programmer. That knowledge is very, very required for you. Then only, without having any doubts, you can progress. And within 100 days, you will be 100% evolved as a self-made industry-ready programmer, and you will be in a position to choose your bright first software job on your own.